We're in the office of the Bereaved Families of Cape Breton, and we've been located here for a few years. We work with people that have experienced and suffered a loss, and we get a huge variety of people in a situation where they're suffering, they're in pain. And the cornerstone of bereaved families is we come together and we support. Our basic concept is support and share. People coming together, we're experiencing grief, which is the common denominator. And even though that varies, that's the issue. That's what brings them here. They're having a difficult time coping. And so they come here and we talk.
Bereaved families, we offer several programs. Every month we offer support and share. We have one in Sydney, we have one in Glace Bay, and we have one in Sydney Mines. And people can come into those sessions at any time, at any point in their grief. So if somebody died 2 weeks ago and you feel you need to come, you can come. And you can come to all of them. And you can bring a support person with you. Then 6 months past your loss, the death of your loved one, you can go into specific programming. So that if you've lost a spouse, if you've lost a child, if you've lost a parent, we do specific programming. So that's, you come yourself to those. And we want people to be 6 months past the grief so that they've at least got their feet under them a little bit. It's a more structured environment, and we want folks to be able to, or they need to be able to, there's more of an education component to it. So if you're still in the really raw stages of grief, you're not going to get anything out of those sessions.
I think at one time in everybody's life, you experience grief. Everybody deals with it differently, and it's nice to get paired up with people who have had the same experience and maybe dealt with it in a different way.
It takes a life of its own. It's amazing how moving this is and how therapeutic it is. People just have a great need, for the most part, have a great need to talk about their grief. And some are not so ready to talk at first, but as it moves on, they do eventually speak about their loss.
I think sharing your grief helps you to realize that you're not alone, and that maybe when you do feel that the feeling that you have or the experience that you're having is that no one else has had that. I think when you sit at a table and you realize, oh, that's perfectly normal, or that's, I'm not losing it, or I'm not, I'm like other people, and they're doing better now, and I will do better too.
People need to grieve to heal, and you're not going to go back to a life that is the same as it was. It won't be. But we want to help people move through that process so they come back into a life that they enjoy again. So that there's color in the sky and sunsets are beautiful again, and they move on.
You can come to a session and be the talker. You can be the listener. And maybe the next week someone will say something that you feel the exact same way. So you're going to build confidence and comfort within the group. Because you know that the people have gone through similar to you. It won't ever be the same as you, but it'll be similar.
We have an adolescent grief program that we run through the Schools Plus program. What they're finding is the kids who are in a grief situation, whether it's a parent or grandparent, are really isolated from their peers. Their friends can't help them with that. It's a subject that they're not used to dealing with. It's foreign to them. So when these kids come together in these groups, it gives them security. They look forward to it. And our comments are normally that they wish the groups could go on longer. So we're hoping to squeeze some money out of our budget this year to extend that program for 2 weeks. Our programming is all free. We get support from the United Way, really, really important for us. And we get some grants through the community health boards. And some folks do a little bit of fundraising for us, like the Sydney Credit Union. We really appreciate that because we really do run on nickels and dimes to keep things going. So, I think that sometimes people are fearful to come, that they think other people will think there's something wrong with them. But grief is a normal part of the healing that's going to happen when you've lost someone that you've loved so dearly. And I guess I can't erase that from people's minds, but to come yourself and to a session and find out if it's what you need, if it's going to help you make a decision about that. You can come back if you need to, and then you can decide if you want to come into grief specific programming, but don't be afraid to come yourself. Like one of our facilitators said, there's an easy way to do this and there's a hard way. And if you can get the help and it's going to make it easier for you, come yourself and decide if bereaved families can help you. We've been here for 25 years, we've helped a lot of people, and we're available for everyone.